Tools of war, close combat weapons. In the old times, ancient Hawaiians would use these tools, close combat, as I said. So, like, it's rope there, you know how we did the early man unit. Yeah, some of you may not know. But you see, right there how that shapes, and then there's the long beam. There's another cool one. It looks like they might like stab it, don't you agree? Yeah, these like they put two pieces of, wait a minute, let me see something real quick. Oh, they slice out the middle, put teeth in it, and then they tie them on. That one looks like a harpoon maybe. This, the shark teeth's weird. Oh, it's just right there. That must be like clunk on the head. I have no clue. There's two little shark teeth on it. Prior to the introduction of firearms to Hawaii, warriors engaged hand-to-hand combat when fighting in battle. Wood, stone, bone, and shark's teeth were the main materials used to manufacture weapons. These weapons often took on very specialized functions, as each can be seen in this display. Warriors trained long hours from a very early age to master the skills of combat. Clubs were made of shaped volcanic stone, lashed with the woven cord to the hardwood handle. The smaller club was used to close range, and the larger was probably for two-handed operation at a greater distance. It's a long-handled club. See that one? No. It's a smaller club, you know. Like, this would be the smaller club, you know. I saw that one. This would be the longer handled club. It's shaped funny, as I showed you. Some Hawaiian woods are so dense that they can be shaped and used as daggers or spears without shattering. The most lethal of the three shown here is the one with the shark tooth embedded in it. Embedded in a human being, it cannot be removed without greater injury to the victim. Large dagger with shark's tooth. See him. Most dangerous. It's a dagger. This weapon was designed to. It's a double-headed shark dagger. This weapon was designed for close-range combat. The warrior held it in the middle and was able to slash it at his target with a forehand or backhand thrust. Double-headed dagger. What's that one? Like that one. Oh, and these? The long, large dagger was this one. I like that, you see. The dagger with tooth, the most lethal, was that one. The dagger was this one. See that? Oh, I wonder why it was bigger on the back. This lethal looking weapon was a razor-sharp slashing tool that could deliver the coup de grace throat of the victim. Multi-toothed shark dagger. That looks very dangerous. Yeah, I showed this earlier and just showing them now, so you know what I mean. And this looked like they maybe flowed the cannon out to sea and boomed it. You know how they said prior to the introduction of firearms to Hawaii. Those are just rocks. I don't think they're actually bolts. I used a bucket. It's a cannon. Let's read it. Western technology transforms Hawaiian warfare. King Kamehameha was trained from his youth the ancient martial arts of Hawaii, in which involved hand-to-hand combat and the use of spears, clubs, and other Stone Age implements. With the arrival of Western explorers in the 1970s, the ammunitions of Kamehameha and his rival chiefs quickly realized the advantages of modern weaponry. These new weapons included cannons, like the replica of a 4-pound British naval gun that you see before you. Oh, so it's a replica. Probably not the real one. Foreign advisors provide the necessary technical training in the proper conversion of these new weapons. Because of the lack of the proper operation of the weapons, because of the lack of standard cannonballs, the Hawaiians improvised by using small round stones called lili. See wooden bucket below. Oh, so those were actually them. Although intended as a naval gun, Kamehameha had wooden sleds designed so that a crew of warriors could utilize the weapon as a land-based artillery. Oh, so they slid it across. Oh, so here's one on the water. That's different. So it's usually for sledding, not wheels. My arms kind of, if I stretch it. Following the annexation of Hawaii Islands in 1810, Kamehameha installed cannons in several forts that he had constructed to protect his new kingdom. When you walk along the park's loop trail, you will see one of these forts, Molokai Heiau, which once had as many as 20 cannons. Hollow to woods and woods for generously loaning this cannon for display in this museum. So maybe it is a real one. This looks like music, has a big drum. This looks made of skin, like a taika drum. And it's shaped differently with a bunch of those little rivets. Like, it's kind of beautiful. Zigzags. So as your music instruments, looks like some coral. We'll read it in a moment. Looks like it's lava rock. Oh, it's olivine. I found this. Yeah, I found this while I'm here. Olivine. Magnesium iron silicates. If you look closely, you will often find this semi-precious mineral embedded in lava rocks. It is one of the most common minerals on Earth. So I found it, but I thought it was kind of uncommon. Oh, it's cool. Furry.
When you're retired, that kind of thing gets away from you.
Lucky you.
These silvery shrubs are primarily on the rocky coastal plains of each island. It was used for medical application like Q-tips, but unlike mainland cotton, it was not used for cordage or clothing. The plant was commonly used to extract green dye, a difficult color to combine natural dyes. One moment, mind if I set something down? I almost set it down here. Ipu gourds. Hawaiians and their Polynesian cousins have traditionally used gourds to make drums, bowls, warrior helmets, and other items for dailios and ceremonial uses. You know how we saw like gourd instruments over there. Kamala, sandals. As you can imagine, walking on lava and coral was hard with bare feet. Because of this, Hawaiians made these sandals to protect their heels when they walked many trails that went throughout the islands. Kind of small for me. Sure. Pandinas. Hala. Keys, or the keys, or the sections of the fruit were used as paintbrushes for painting kapa. The leaves were used for making mats, sails, and other important items. Just like a plant. Looks like a pineapple right there. I don't think that's it, though. Poop shells. At one time, these shells were gathered in the homes of various creatures. A shell grows throughout the life of a creature. Upon its death, it is common for other animals like hermit crabs to make their home in an empty shell. And these were the coconut. Coconut trees are considered one of the most useful in the world. Besides drinking the milk and eating the meat, oil can be extracted from cooking, ropes and mats can be made from the fiber. and drums can be made from the base of the tree. It's a coconut, but I dried out. Looks like that. The red dye from the inner bark of this plant was used for Hawaiians to colorize kapa. Though not considered very tasty, the fruit was a famine food when other sources or substances weren't available. Kiwi, Messit. The hardy dryland trees were introduced to Hawaii in the early 1880s. There is currently debate over whether this tree was beneficial or harmful to Hawaii. Watch out for the very sharp thorns on this tree when you walk in the park. See, there, some are. And here's the noni. I showed the coconut. Looks like that's just beans. Oh, you can touch these. Okay. You can touch. Please touch. See if I can find it here. Oh, cool. Wait a minute. One, sea urchin. Feeding mostly on algae, sea urchins move by means of hundreds of tiny transparent tube feet. Besides being used as a food source, some Hawaiians in ancient times viewed sea urchins as amuka, or ancestral spirits. These are kind of breakable, you see in the back. Look at mine if I'll turn that around. Magnifying glass, and I flash on this thing and do it. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Small. Find this on the beach. Usually they're broken. Get broken easily. Milo. Beautiful wood from this once abundant tree was used for Hawaiians to make various items, include paddles, bowls, and plates. Milo seeds.
If it does reopen, definitely
Milo pods. Oh wait, if you try opening a pod.
There's a phone number in here. If you're not sure, call. We'll let you know if it is open.
Thank you very much.
Puukohola, Hawaiian poppy. Hawaiians would use the neurotic yellowish juice of the unripe fruit capsules for ulcers, toothaches, and other pain. The sap is used to treat warts. I couldn't help laughing at that. Plaster. This piece of plaster came from the John Young homestead and is likely made from crushed coral, poi, and hair. Foreign sailors who visited Kauai used John Young's home as a navigation marker. The plaster reflected the sun. So, yeah, plaster. Oh, and if you don't know what coral looks like, this is it. It's kind of red. It's like brain coral and lots of others. Kukui, candle nut. Traditionally, these nuts were utilized as candles. The nuts were strung in the midrib of a palm leaf, then lit from the bottom to top in order to provide much needed light during the night. You know macadamia nuts? These actually may be macadamia nuts, I'm not sure. But the Britain and Great Britain, people called them candle nuts too. One moment.
So this is more done by an artist. This one, the black one, is more of a graphic design.
Kamai. This tree was considered sacred, in some parts of Polynesia, and was often mentioned in ancient chants and was often planted in their heiau temples in Hawaii. Paka, salt. Hawaiians would gather salt from the kaha, which were natural artificial salt or artificial salt pans along the rocky shoreline. Seawater would dry in these bowl-shaped hollows and rocks, leaving behind the salt. Here. Some of the salt. I don't need it, so I'm not going to go. 1. Sand. As you can see, there are many types of sand. Some have higher amounts of lava rock, other coral, and others olivine, still others shell particles. I'll see the one. I think that one has olivine. Green sand beaches have olivine. That is from Green Sand Beach.
Area, circle around right,
The other thing isn't actually that good.
and then we'll leave.
I'm gonna skip it.
They tend to come with 2 feet of our shore.
Show you some things. These I'm not gonna read, they're kind of
That's
long.
kind of the significance of that.
No clue what that is. So I thought that's an earring, it looks like. Bowl.
No postage stamps. Common question. Very common here.
Looks like a nice painting. Big bowl, board like bowl. And that's it.